17 in the all black with red trim. NYC in the light blue with navy trim. Some orange trim mixed in there as well. We'll get into the lineups as we go. It'll be a throw for NYC. We'll start with the visitors. Anthony Suarez starting in goal. Backline left to right. Andres Becerra, Adonis Campos, Jeffrey Lopez, Drew Baera. Midfield, Asaf Sabi, Jacob Arroyave, and Maximo Carrizo. And in the front line, left to right, Johnny Shore, Adam Bassi, and Lucas Depino. It's a throw for NYC at midfield. One back by Aiden Torres. Turn from Ashton Gordon. Here comes Atlanta into the attacking half. Gordon drops it back to Torres. He's bodied off the ball by Bassi. NYC on it with Carrizo, opening things up to the right. Here come the Pigeons into the attacking half. Taken away quickly. Atlanta trying to find an escape route down the left. They can't get it. The Atlanta lineup, Jonathan Ransom in goal. The back line left to right, Dominic Chong-Kui, Caden Moore, Ethan Degny, and Ayo Akintobi. The midfield anchored by Julian Bretos and Aiden Torres, led by Rocket Rita. And the front line, Owen Koutsos on the left, Mason Peacock down the middle, and Ashton Gordon on the right. It's NYC building up out of the back right now. Driving through the middle is Baera. Laying it off to the right side. NYC building up now, switching things over to the left side. Becerra. Coming back into things is Johnny Shore. Shore recently signed a homegrown deal this season for NYC. Becerra. Arroyave trying to cut it back on the end line, taken away. Gordon in a tight spot. He draws the goal kick. That was Ethan Degny on the end line who made the play for Atlanta. Degny from the Atlanta United U15s, making his appearance with the U17s today. Believe he is the youngest player on the field today, Degny. And Jonathan Ransom, a player that we've seen in training with Atlanta United's first team, a player who had a couple of bench appearances for Atlanta United 2 in MLS Next Pro. He's in goal today for the Young Five Stripes. Degny on the ball now. Over to Caden Moore, just back from a U.S. Youth National Team camp. Moore passes forward, trying to turn in the midfield as Rocket Rita, who's also back from that national team camp. He draws the foul. John Rocket is a player that we got to see a few times with Atlanta United 2 in MLS Next Pro this year.
5 matches with the Twos. Got on the score sheet as well a couple times. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Degny. You mentioned Degny at the U15 level and might be the youngest player out there, but he is not the smallest player out there by any stretch of the imagination, looking like 6'3", 6'4" at the age of 15.
Yeah, he's at least 6'2". We might have to get a tape measure out before we leave today. Yeah, I don't think he's done growing just yet. Pressure from Ashton Gordon. NYC able to clear. Degny applying some high pressure. Helps win it back for Atlanta, but committed a foul in doing so. Gordon, a player who has been in training with Atlanta United's first team as of late. That's the thing about the Atlanta United Academy, and NYC is the same thing. These guys, when they get the opportunities, it's not about age. If they get to join into first-team training and they prove that they belong, they get to keep getting opportunities. Multiple homegrowns on the field for both teams today. NYC showing their quality. Arroyave opens things up to the left to Shore. Shore cuts it back inside. Trying to clear. Gordon able to get on it. He clears with the left foot, but it comes up a little short. NYC keeps it in the attacking half. Top of the 18. Shot pulled wide, but it took a deflection. Corner upcoming for NYC. See what the Pigeons have in mind here. Looks like an in-swinger from the near side. Curled into the 6, headed down, but out. Goal kick. Unable to turn that header on goal. Looked like it was Bassi who got his head to it. Bassi at 15. Quite a few 15-year-olds in the group for NYC, for Jesus Jimenez. Degny, the 14-year-old, on it right now for Atlanta. Back to Ransom. Over to Moore. Inside to Aiden Torres, wearing the captain's armband today. Torres will join Atlanta United's first team on a homegrown deal next season. Degny up the line. Gordon driving forward, lays it off. Bretus into the 18, cleared away. Bretus knocks that one down. Ayo Akintobi had made the underlapping run that time and was in the 18. NYC on it with Becerra. The 1-2. Pulled off to perfection by New York City. They're into the middle of the park, swinging things over to the right. DePino cutting across. Lays it off. Adoriave. Shore. Chips one in with the right foot. Ransom read it well. Gets there in front of Bassi. Johnny Shore for NYC, John, a player who is on a homegrown deal, but he's been a star in their academy as well.
MLS Next All-Star this past season, so looking forward to seeing him, and we got the early chance to see what Carrizo can do in the middle of the field as well early on.
Yeah, Carrizo was impressive with NYCFC 2 this season, 17 games for them in the campaign. The most experienced at that level on the field today. Torres had 10 appearances for Atlanta United too. That'll be a throw for the Five Stripes on the far side. Dominic Chong-Kui. Player had a chance to see a good bit last season with the U16s. Really impressive left back who can get forward. Flicked into the 18. Good tackle. But there was a foul before that. I think the tackle was clean. I don't think you're going to get a penalty there, but the foul was before that.
Right.
NYC building things up out of the back. Adonis Campos. Into the midfield, flicked on. Akintobi goes up to win the header and the second ball. Torres. That experience in Next Pro for Aiden Torres, you just see the composure from him on the ball.
You mentioned composure. I'll add the word confidence. You got to see that go as well. The more reps he got in MLS Next Pro last season, just the more at ease he was with that level of play.
Degny, Bretos, Torres. Back to Caden Moore. Trying to find the left side. Moore couldn't get it over to Chong-Kui. It's back to Ransom. This is the first time you're seeing the Atlanta United and NYC U17s. These are two teams that are really working on aspects of their game. Goalkeeper out of his 18. Suarez clears that back into the middle third. So it's early in the season as well for both of these teams, so you're still building your game model. So you're going to see teams really focus on certain things. Both teams, I think, are going to focus on building up cleanly out of the back, to the point that you're going to force that at times because you have to learn how to do it effectively. Bretus out wide to the left. Kutzos had dropped deep. Battle on the far side. Kutzos blocks the clearance. Going to be an NYC throw. Owen Kutzos coming into the Atlanta United Academy from UFA. A number of players in this Atlanta United Academy have been here for a long time, but there are some who have joined in recent years or started their youth career at a different club locally, and that's been one of the great things about Atlanta's academy is seeing so many different clubs from all over the metro area represented. On the far side, trying to turn that corner. Foul is called. It'll be a free kick at midfield. Caden Moore in possession for Atlanta. Over to Degny. The 1-2. And now up the right side, Akintobi was a regular for the U16s last season. Moore. Long diagonal with the left foot. That's going to find Gordon. He brings it down. Tries to play it to Akintobi. Not on the same page. Gordon's going to chase back to try to clean it up. NYC's going to break. Carrizo through the middle. Maxi Carrizo. The through ball is a good one, but a little too much heat on it. Johnny Shore was there, but you see the quality of Maxi Carrizo through the middle of the park.
Johnny Shore starting that play in the NYC half, getting it to Carrizo. Carrizo right down the middle of the park, found Shore, but the connection wasn't there right at the end.
Carrizo, a fellow homegrown player for NYC. He's kind of locked in a dual national battle at the youth national team level. He's been called up for the U.S. and he's been called up for Argentina as well. See where that goes as his career continues to develop. Doesn't have to make that decision just yet. Degny showing quality on the ball. Degny able to skip past Shore. Gordon driving down the right side, cutting into the middle. Pass taken away. Cleared back to Bassi at midfield by NYC. Shore through the middle now to Carrizo. Left-footed ball back intended for Shore, intercepted by Akintobi. Koutsos knocks it back to Moore. And now Chongqui tries the back heel for Koutsos. Doesn't come off. Chongqui battling at midfield. Earns the throw. Thrown into Mason Peacock, leading the line for Atlanta today. Koutsos steps in with the interception. Back to Degny. You see the training with these teams and sometimes the mixing and matching. Degny is typically with the U15s, but he's fit right in with this group. They're comfortable playing him in possession, and he's looked good on the ball.
Early on, the confidence there from Degny, no question.
Akintobi to Gordon on the overlap. Gordon, edge of the 18. Slips a pass through. Love the idea from Gordon for Akintobi. Going to be an Atlanta corner. So often you see the winger just blast that through the 18. That was a very delicate ball from Gordon. Akintobi couldn't quite get to it. It's Rocket Rita to deliver an outswinger from the near side. Rocket, top of the 6 and cleared. Took a couple of bounces, but NYC able to find a way to get that out of there. And now they try to find an outlet. Lucas DePino over on the left. On the dribble, beats a couple. Great work to draw that foul. You see that quality there and just awareness of Carrizo. Audreyave, a little too quick there on the trigger. Bassi didn't make the run. Ransom plays it to Torres. Back to Ransom. Atlanta will reset. .15th minute, no score between Atlanta and NYC. U17 MLS Next action for you on a Sunday morning. Thanks for hanging out with us at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground. Jason Longshore joined by John Nelson. Early season clash here between two of the top academies in the country. Degny up the right side to Gordon. Nothing on for Ashton, so he drops it back to Ethan Degny, over to Caden Moore.
Really intrigued early on with the matchup between Johnny Shore over here on the right-hand side with Ashton.
Gordon trying to make Johnny Shore defend. Shore trying to make Akintobi and Gordon drop back. So far, one thing that is really clear to see is how high the fullbacks get for Atlanta. Akintobi and Chongqui, they turn into wingers quite often in the build-up. Long ball from Caden Moore. It's a good one, headed away. Peacock battling for it and commits the foul and trying to get to it. Teasing ball there from Moore. Dealt with well by NYC. Now they have a free kick, trying to find the open man. Asaf Sabi dropped back to come help. Bassi tries to flick that on. Chong Kui will gather it in for Atlanta. Degny. 1-2 with Gordon. Akintobi high up the right side. He's on it now. Down the line for Gordon. Great build-up from Atlanta. Gordon into the 18. Cuts back on the left foot. Tackled away. Excellent defensive play by NYC. Ashton Gordon got into the 18. Wanted to get back to that left foot, but tackled away by Adonis Campos. Suarez plays it through the middle. Sabi back to Campos. Campos is going to carry it forward. His pass intercepted by Akintobi. Bretus back to Degny. Over to Moore. Atlanta starting to control possession here. Moore will step forward on the dribble. Took a deflection, was intended for Chong Kui. It's back to Suarez. High pressure from Atlanta. Suarez is able to pick out Bassi, but he can't find any help. Degny will run it down.
And we thought that Degny was a tall drink of water. You look at Bassi, taller than Degny.
Some big boys out here at the U17 level right now. Bretos spent time with Haiti's youth national team program. Over to Dominic Chong Kui. Back to Bretos. Long diagonal. Gordon, can he run it down? Not quite. I think that ball from Bretus caught everybody by surprise, even Gordon. It was a great ball. Bretus, a player who trained a lot with Atlanta United too late in the next pro season, and Steve Cook told us many times he was really enjoying having Julian Bretus in the group. Atlanta winning it back. Bretus tackled off of it. Break here for NYC down the right. DePino into the 18. Cross blocked by Moore, caught by Ransom. Nice recovery by Caden Moore.
Caden Moore got the left leg out. The deflection popped the ball up into the air. Easy grab for Ransom there as we are halfway through the 19th minute, no score.
Moore came into the Atlanta United Academy from GSA. Quite a few GSA players have made their way into the Atlanta Academy. Aiden Torres, another one. Atlanta trying to build up in the middle third. Torres draws the foul. Had a chance to see Nuno Patera at the Atlanta United Academy dinner this year. So many GSA products joining the academy, and I love to see the clubs interact in that way. That's, I think, the next step here, and Atlanta's doing a great job in building those connections. NYC as well. There are so many quality clubs producing players for these MLS academies. Akintobi across. Player down at the top of the 6, no call. Cut back. Mason Peacock squares it. Can't quite find the shooting angle. And the last touch is off of Bretus as Becerra slams it off of him. It'll be an NYC throw in their defensive third. Becerra with the throw, gets it back. Pass into the middle, Adoriave. Swinging it over to the right side now, Drew Baera, one of NYC's homegrowns. Baera spins back out wide to the right. Here come the Pigeons down the right side. Caden Moore's got that one marked the whole way, and you see the pace and range of Caden Moore to get to that. Made it look easy and draws the goal kick. Caden Moore, hot off the heels of a U.S. Youth National Team camp. He keeps playing like that. He's going to have many more Youth National Team camps in his future.
Savvy work by Caden Moore there.
Just made it look easy, and it's not. Moore's on it. Back to Ransom. Over to Degny. Walking it forward, has Gordon wide. Akintobi with the underlapping run from right back. He's going to get this pass. Can he get there in front of Becerra? No. Nice defending from Becerra to shield Akintobi off. Shore drops it back to Campos. Drop back to Suarez, over to Campos. High pressure from Atlanta. Gordon deflects that. Now for a goal kick. Campos played with the U.S. U15s in the CONCACAF Championships this summer. He's had a big tackle so far in the 18 on Ashton Gordon. Campos has been very impressive for New York City. Suarez on it. Pressure coming from Atlanta. Pass intercepted by Rocket Rita, but he couldn't keep it. Outside of the football, up the line to Bassi. Back heel is a great one from Bassi. Big switch from Shore over to the right. DePino. Defended by Chong Kui. Cuts back inside. DePino. Through the 18. Swings it back across. Opportunity here. Right-footed shot. Takes a wicked deflection. Out for a corner. Asaf Sabi trying to beat Ransom, but it was deflected.
90-degree angle off of that deflection. That was a wild angle that it took after the initial hit.
That deflection happens, and if you're Jonathan Ransom, you are just crossing your fingers and hoping at that point. No chance to react to that. Crowd filling in here at the show field here, the showpiece field at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground. Play to the top of the 6, headed away by Rita. Volleyed in, caught by Ransom. I think if you've seen previous broadcasts from this field, you'll notice that it is now natural grass. It's an amazing surface. It's been a process to get it up and running. One of the first matches on it, I think matches were played here last week. Atlanta trying to build out of the back. NYC forces the turnover. Down the right side, cutting in. Can't find the angle, spinning back to the outside. Carrizo lays it across. Knocked away by Akintobi, still there for NYC. Becerra. Into the middle. Aroyave curls around to the right, takes a big touch to set up the left foot, and his shot is wide. Ransom looked to have had the post covered. That's quality from Jacob Aroyave to create that opportunity.
Wound up with the left. Ransom did have it tracked the entire time. He had it to the near post, was wide by about a foot. Ransom pulling double duty as ball boy as well, chasing it off into the heather.
That's what we do here in the academy. Dagny. Akintobi. Gordon. Gordon with an incredible ball intended for Rita. Suarez saw that one coming. Not quite going to get to us. I was ready, just in case. Suarez, the 15-year-old goalkeeper for NYC, spent time with Uruguay's youth national team pool. It's a good read because it was a nice look from Gordon to play that down the line. Gordon cutting inside. Bretus. Not on the same page. Peacock is going to try to save this one. He'll get to it. Drops it back to Gordon. Rita. Back to Gordon. Akintobi. Over to Torres, the metronome today. Taken away from him. Opportunity here for NYC. Degny cleans it up. Great tackle by Ethan Degny. He shielded off of it, commits the foul, but you don't mind that at all. It's a great tackle building into possibly a 3v1, and Degny shuts the door.
Anticipated, confident, well, trying to hop into the passing lane there to make sure that NYC didn't get the rush, took care of that particular play. It just ends up being a throw and having to reset for the Pigeons.
NYC on it with Campos. Through the middle for Bassi, the big target forward. Back to Carrizo, flicked forward to Shore. Shore whips on the half volley. Was a difficult one as I don't think he ever quite got the control he wanted. Chong Kui trying to dribble out of trouble, taken away from him. DePino goes down, draws the foul. Got the position, got a little bit of contact. That's a smart one from Lucas DePino. NYC on it with Aroyave. Shore. Thought about it with the right foot. Back to Aroyave. Patience here from the Pigeons. Sabi. Aroyave. Peacock back to defend. Torres comes across with a tackle, gets there late. Free kick NYC.
6th foul of the first half for Atlanta United on the academy side, so we'll see what NYCFC has in mind here.
Let's see where they mark this. Referee setting up the wall. Or first having a conversation with Ransom.
And this could be an interesting one because Jonathan Ransom looking into the sun, having to shield his eyes on more than one occasion so far here in the first 25 and a half minutes, 26 and a half minutes. So we'll see what Johnny Shore can do here, and can Ransom peek through the glove and keep track, but they'll play it backward.
Yeah, wall was being set up. Like the idea there from NYC, but the referee was in the process of setting the wall. So it's going to be right at the top of the arc. So the free kick is just about a step over 32 yards out. Johnny Shore rifles this one over the bar. It's a long range on the free kick, but when you have the goalkeeper looking into the sun, you don't mind taking that chance.
Fifth shot of the first half. Sorry, Jason.
Shore unable to test Ransom there. I did like the savviness of trying to take the quick free kick. They were just a little slow to set that up.
Yep.
Degny with a big touch forward. Pass behind Peacock. Intercepted by Jeffrey Lopez. Nobody home down the right. Lopez might have rushed that a little bit. Chong Kui. Caden Moore squared inside to his goalkeeper, Ransom. Ransom with a great look through the middle. Needed a little more on the pass. The look was good. Akintobi able to bail out his goalkeeper. Forward to Rita. Gordon wanted it down the right. Rita tries to slip the pass through. Cleared by Campos. Corner. Rocket holding on to that one, trying to get the passing lanes the way he wanted. Gordon wanted it first, but Rita with the patience on that earns the corner.
And Campos just sweeps it over the end line just to slow things down, calm things down a little bit, so you end up with the corner here for Atlanta United.
Rocket Rita with the in-swinger from the far side. Wicked bend on that one, top of the 6. It gets stuck between two players. Degny trying to hack at it to put it in the back of the net. Long range effort from Koutsos over the bar. Rita put that into a really dangerous spot, and it got stuck between two players. Degny was swinging at it, trying to knock it home.
It started out waist high in that mass of humanity there, and you got folks trying to take swings at it to get it into the back of the net.
Suarez over to the right. Through the middle, Peacock trying to force the turnover. NYC plays through it. Carrizo flaring out to the right side. Flick down the line. Cleared away by Caden Moore once again. Throw for NYC.
Really like what we've seen from Caden Moore so far, patrolling that left-hand side for Atlanta United. In control of his surroundings, calming things down, slowing the rush for NYC.
Baera throws it into Carrizo. Back to Sabi. Carrizo 1-2 with Sabi. Opens things up to the left to Shore. Corner of the 18, defended by Akintobi. Arriave out wide to the left. Becerra back to Arriave. Flicks it through. Shore, flag is up. Atlanta was able to step out at the right time there. Well-organized back line with Chong Kui on the left, Moore and Degny in the middle, and Akintobi on the right. 31st minute of action, no score. Referee goes over to have a quick conversation with AR1. These are important games for referee crews as well as they continue to rise up the ladder. I think there was something off the ball. Referee just sorting things out. Game management, one of the key elements as referees make it to MLS. You're seeing that in action right now. Carrizo, Bretus. Referees having the conversation, fist bump. That's the way to handle these things at this age and this group. Those are skills that referees sometimes need when we get to MLS and beyond. Caden Moore. Rita, or Kutzos trying to spin into the middle. He's fouled. Bretus wanted to take it quickly. Carrizo there to meet him. Over to Degny, back to Moore. Through the middle, Kutzos tucked into the pocket. He has Chong Kui out wide on the left. Chong Kui loads up the left foot, back post. Gordon brings it down, takes a touch, settles it, shoots near post into the side netting. You got a glimpse of the confidence of Ashton Gordon right there, bringing that down in the 18 with the sole of the foot. The little shimmy and getting the look at the near post. Couldn't beat the goalkeeper, couldn't beat the post.
Fourth shot for Atlanta United here in the first half.
Campos turns it forward for NYC. Bassi lays it off. Adoyave, Sabi. Back to Lopez. Up the right side to Baera. Back to Lopez, back to Suarez. Back over to the right. Lopez carrying it forward. Guatemalan youth national team player Jeffrey Lopez. Taken away. Bretus. Chong Kui. Good ball from Chong Kui across to Degny. Degny up the right side to Gordon. Gordon and Akintobi very interchangeable on this right side at right back and right wing. Degny. Torres. Knocked away by Adoyave. Bretus will save it. Over to Caden Moore. Moore, big switch, intended for Akintobi. He brings it down with a wonderful first touch. Cross to the back post, just over the head of Mason Peacock. Cleared by Baera. Caden Moore steps in front of Bassi. Bassi wanted the foul, doesn't get it. Degny to Torres. Torres overhit. It's a battle up top with Bassi and either Moore or Degny. I think they're both getting their shots. And so far, Atlanta's done a pretty good job of bottling up the big target man, Adam Bassi. Nearly forcing the turnover, Ashton Gordon. Campos. Back out wide to the left to Becerra. Finds Bassi, finds some space this time. Great ball from Bassi opening up to the right side. Cross by DePino. Shore brings it down. Takes a cut. Degny with the block. Bretus slides out. Doesn't get it. Cleared. Bretus didn't win that, but he did force the mistake. Atlanta swings it over to the right, but the flag is up. Gordon was offside. Rita continued his run through. I think he was offside as well, but Gordon made enough of a play on the ball. You have to call that. Good decision by NYC to step up because they were in trouble there on that break. Well-organized backline for NYC today as well. Jeffrey Lopez. Over to Adonis Campos. Campos going to walk this one forward. Atlanta's going to drop into a mid-block. Adoyave. Campos. Lopez. Campos. Campos draws Peacock to him. Back to Lopez. Over to the right, Baera. Or Carrizo, who's dropped back into that pocket of space. Campos has space now to step forward. Patience from NYC. Now they're into the attacking half. Adoyave. Lopez. Over to the right side. Back into the middle. Adoriave, loose touch. Aiden Torres pounces on it. One back by Adoriave. Great recovery. Carrizo, big touch across. Bretus with a big tackle to stuff that. Gordon down the right. Cuts it back. Keeps it with Akintobi. Degny. Pressure from Bassi. Good ball from Degny to Akintobi, up to Gordon. Akintobi loves that underlapping run. Bretus spins away from Carrizo. Rolls the ball across to the left. Bretus opens it up. Chong Kui down the line for Koutsos. Intercepted. Koutsos there with immediate pressure, as is Chong Kui. Atlanta trying to win it back. New York City not letting them as of yet. Lopez has to clear, though. Bretus. Blocked. Atlanta throw. Two really evenly matched teams.
It's fun to see the give and take and the pursuit when it comes to one team on offense, the other trying to get it back just as quickly defensively.
Ransom with the diagonal, comes up short. Shore heads it forward. Torres steps in front of Bassi. It's two teams who are trying to do very similar things, and we've seen that over the years with Atlanta and New York City in general. In the academies, it's no different. Very similar game models, not the exact same, but similar. It's almost like yelling at yourself in the mirror at times. Akintobi down the right. Becerra there to defend, but he has to concede the corner. Atlanta has worked the right side a lot with Ashton Gordon wide and Akintobi making that underlapping run. Becerra has generally dealt with it pretty well. Bretus having a quick conversation with Atlanta's head coach Steve Covino. Maybe a little bit of a tactical adjustment here in the last few minutes of the first half. Rita headed away. Bassi got to that one first. It's back out wide to Rita. He is onside. Rocket across into the 6. Suarez makes the play. Is it a handball? Yes, it is. Penalty, Atlanta.
After Suarez makes the initial save, ball pops back out. Touched by NYC, and we get the chance for the first goal of the match here halfway through the 39th minute.
Atlanta played it quickly back into the 18. It came off a defender's hand, stretched away from the body. You saw the immediate claims for it by Atlanta. Referee gives the penalty. Rocket Rita will take it. Rocket straight back behind the ball. Steps to his left. Rocket approaches. Goal. Rocket. Rita. Atlanta United takes the first half lead over NYC. No hesitation to claim that penalty. No hesitation in putting it away from Rocket Rita.
Couple of sure steps from Rocket Rita. Suarez goes to his left. Rocket goes to Suarez's right. Atlanta United first goal on the board. 5 minutes to go here first half.
Celebrating in the corner and then taking a quick opportunity to huddle up. It's been a good half for this team. It's been a good half from NYC as well. It's an unfortunate penalty for NYC that leads to conceding the opening goal. It's been a very even game. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll see if there's any adjustments from Atlanta in how they play. It was Bretus who had the conversation with Covino. Might have been relaying some of that conversation to the group after the penalty.
And you hear Steve Covino all the way over here, one side of the field to the other, just reminding them. Get through the 5 minutes, 5 minutes to go here first half. Continue your focus with this one goal lead.
You see it so often. Teams are very vulnerable after scoring. Have that little bit of a letdown. You're very happy with yourself. It happens. Atlanta's got to get through these 5 minutes against a very talented NYC team. Lopez over to the right to Baera. Back to Lopez. Back to Suarez. Over to Lopez. Lopez back to Suarez, top of his own 18. Atlanta not pressuring high in the attacking third. Rita going to step up to chase now on Suarez. That triggers Gordon to step up. Suarez tries to play into the pocket. It's knocked out wide to Becerra. Over to Campos. Back to Suarez. Pressure coming from the opposite side this time. Suarez able to play to Lopez. Atlanta building their pressure in layers here. Carrizo able to find the open gap, though. Great work by Maxi Carrizo. Shore cuts into the middle. Good ball from Shore. Bassi wants to turn, couldn't quite do it. He lays it off to Carrizo. Slips a pass through, overhit, intended for Andres Becerra.
Becerra trying to work his way in from the left-hand side, just a little too much on it as he was trying to get to the near post and get to it for the equalizer here.
You saw the give and take, though, in that whole sequence. Atlanta initially without high pressure. Then the triggers started to happen. Rita chased. Then the pressure the opposite came from the opposite side with Peacock and Koutsos. But NYC dealt with it well. They found their playmaker, Carrizo, and he was able to provide the break for the Pigeons. They're back on it in the middle third now. Bassi unable to turn. Ethan Degny. Degny over to the right. Gordon, the right winger, dropping back. Very interchangeable on this side. Degny, Gordon. A little over 2 minutes to play in regulation time in the first half. It's 1-0 Atlanta United. Rocket Rita with the goal from the penalty spot. Moore back across to Peacock. Caden Moore, a confident ball squared across to Degny. Back to Ransom. Pops it forward to Torres. Over to Degny. Now you're seeing Atlanta build up against pressure. Gordon, deflected by Becerra. Turnover happens. Now Becerra, through ball. Shore, he's onside, into the 18. Shore pushes it wide to the far side. Wanted to curl that one with the right foot, but wasn't able to get around on it as Degny was recovering to apply some pressure.
Yep, had the hips open just a little bit too much, and the contact sent it well wide to the far post.
Big thanks to Matt Moore and everybody with the Atlanta United broadcast and digital teams for getting us on the air today, along with Patrick Laurie and the Southland Sports TV crew. Always fun to provide some academy action for you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this one. Atlanta's U17s with the lead late in the first half. We're into the 45th minute now. Bretus. Back to Caden Moore. Moore up the left side to Chong Kui. Atlanta looking for a second before halftime. Chong Kui, sliding challenge taken away from him by Baera. Drew Baera made his MLS Next Pro debut this season. Signed to a homegrown deal earlier in the year by New York City. Tackled away. Rita was denied an opportunity to get forward. NYC down the right, well worked. DePino into the middle. Ayo Akintobi slashes that one away from the defensive third. Chong Kui tries to release Peacock with a quick ball. Overhit. Suarez will settle it down. We're into stoppage time here in the first half. Didn't catch an indication. Maybe a minute or two.
Yep.
Up the right side, Atlanta with high pressure. They initially force the turnover. They can't keep it. It's down the right side. Here comes New York City late in the first half. Chipped in with the left foot. Picks out Shore. Akintobi all over him. Ransom with the save. Shore stayed on his feet there. He turns back into the 18. Crosses. Half clearance from Torres. Not a good one. Carrizo with the shot off the post. Off Ransom. Degny able to clear. Atlanta lucky to get out of the first half without conceding, but there's still time. New York City thrown in. Bassey shields one off. Shore on it. Back post delivery headed away. Brought down by Becerra. He spins into the middle. Swung out wide to Carrizo. Carrizo plays one through. Bretus there to defend it. That's out for a goal kick. Atlanta very fortunate not to concede in that sequence.
No doubt about it. You've seen Shore, you've seen Carrizo, you've seen how NYC can navigate the middle of the park here late in the first half. It was another chance. The post ended up being Jonathan Ransom's best friend once again.
He made a save in the sequence. The post makes a save as well. That'll do it for the end of the first half. Rocket Rita with the goal. Atlanta United leading NYC at the break 1-0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some halftime updates and more. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Atlanta United YouTube channel for some Sunday morning soccer at the U17 level.
Welcome back to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground. Atlanta United U17 Academy action here. Getting ready for the second 45 minutes. Atlanta United with a 1-0 lead off a Rocket Rita penalty in the 40th minute. Getting you ready for the second half. The unofficial, very, very unofficial first half stats. Shots and shots on target. Atlanta United had 5 shots, 2 on target. NYC had 8 shots, 4 on target. Fouls, 6 aside in the first 45 minutes. Corners, 3 aside for Atlanta United and for NYCFC. The 1 offside to NYCFC in the first 45 minutes. So John Nelson here, bringing Jason Longshore as we get you ready for the second 45. The officials, the 2 ARs and your center ref, do the fist bumps. They're getting ready for the second 45. What did you think of the first 45?
I thought it was a really even first half. I thought it was a really well-managed first half by a referee crew as well. Props to them. Very even. 2 teams who want to do a lot of the same things in this one, and at times they kind of canceled each other out. I see we have 1 change for NYC. Julian Latcher into the match on the right side. NYC in their traditional baby blues, moving from left to right. Atlanta in the all black with red trim, moving from right to left. We'll see if there are any other changes that were made at the halftime break. But let's kick it for 45 more minutes from the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground in Marietta. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Atlanta United YouTube channel. It's NYC in possession. They trail by 1. Rocket Rita has slid over to the left side for Atlanta. Owen Koutsos playing through the middle now underneath Mason Peacock. A little bit of a tactical change there from Atlanta United and Steve Covino, the U17's head coach. NYC back to their goalkeeper and over to Jeffrey Lopez.
So with Lasher in, that means DePino is out here in the second 45.
Yeah, we think so. We'll double check, make sure he didn't move over to the opposite side. Adonis Campos. Across to Lopez. Chased by Koutsos. Up the right side now to Latcher. Into the middle. Good ball to Baera into the 18. Ransom gathers that one in. Baera, the right back for NYC, made the run through the middle. But Ransom able to get to it quickly. Akintobi touches it forward. Bretus, Aiden Torres, back to Ethan Degny, and Ransom through the middle, trying to find Koutsos, headed down away from him. Torres can't get to it. Latcher on it. Latcher slips a pass through into the 18. Stood him up, Ayo Akintobi. His pass intercepted. Here comes NYC once again. Cross, face of goal, cleared by Caden Moore. Corner, New York City.
Second substitution for NYC here in the second 45. Chris Arias, number 19, is also in.
Arias in, okay. New York City will take this corner. Another strong bit of defending from Caden Moore. In swinging corner from the far side. Into the 6, off the hands of Ransom. Not cleared. Ransom still there. Finally sliced away, headed right back in. Atlanta trying to get this one out of their 18. They do. Peacock with a nice turn, but his pass is intercepted. NYC, another opportunity here in the attacking third. Down the left. Back across. Shot over the bar. Ransom had it covered, but NYC starting things off very well in the second half, 3 minutes in.
So for NYC, Latcher and Arias in, DePino and Johnny Shore out for the second 45.
Shore's moved into the middle.
Okay.
I believe it was Shore had that shot.
Yep, there he is.
Yeah, not like for likes here all the time. You see players play quite a few different positions at this group. Nothing's really written in stone for them yet. Baera back on it, flicks it down the line. Latcher Rita defending. Last touch came off of Rocket, so it's going to be a corner for NYC as they have pinned Atlanta in early in the second half. Carrizo comes across to take this with the left foot. Carrizo near post, headed away. Koutsos able to turn, but it's tackled away from him. Peacock will chase. Campos try to dribble past Peacock. Can't pull that off. Great work defensively by the forward Mason Peacock. His through ball intercepted by Campos with a nice recovery from him. And we're back to Anthony Suarez. Over to Lopez. John is frantically checking players and numbers and positions as the deck has been shuffled a little bit for the Pigeons here to start the second half.
Check.
Big diagonal by Lopez. Overlapping run. Here comes NYC. Cross caught by Ransom. Ransom will survey his options. Throw this one out to the right. Flicked into the middle to Torres. Back to his goalkeeper, Ransom. Swings it over to Dominic Chongqui with a lot of space. Cuts it back into the middle to Aiden Torres. Forward to Akintobi. Loves to tuck in. Gordon. Bretus is wide to the right. Big switch. Takes a hop. Caught by Suarez. Rita was lurking on the backside. Suarez will slow everything down for New York City. It's Arias on the left wing for New York. Bassi still through the middle. Bassi plays it out wide to Arias. Arias looking for his cross. Akintobi comes across and wins the tackle. Great read from Ayo Akintobi. Ball played back in Akintobi's direction from Peacock. He couldn't keep that one.
So if my math is right, Becerra is the second sub. DePino and Becerra out at 45.
Okay. We'll see if that holds.
Yeah, really?
Lopez. Maxi Carrizo. Latcher drops it back. Lopez back into the middle. Shore all the way across. Arias lays it off. New York City building here. Carrizo. Popped forward. Degny gets a big left foot across. Steps up, wins it. Ethan Degny leading the break for Atlanta. Degny across to Rita. Rita sliding challenge from Lopez. Just needed a little more on that from the big center back. He's got to track back now. It's not over the end line. Drew Baera saved that one right on the touchline. Now we're over to the opposite side. NYC cutting across. Looking for the shot. They try for the through ball instead. That's blocked. Akintobi with another big defensive play. Carrizo back on at 40 yards from goal. Drop back to Lopez. Carrizo spinning to the right. Has Latcher. Latcher cutting across. Sliding challenge from Torres. Well timed.
Nicely done.
Kind of from behind as well. It's a really tricky one, but Torres took his spot. NYC, though, undeterred. Drew Baera. Whistle blown. It's going to be a free kick for NYC. I think they wanted the advantage. I'm not sure how much it actually was of an advantage. The whistle blew and everybody let up.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one. to make that judgment, because Baiera did continue through into the 18, but it didn't look like an opportunity was really going to materialize. I think they're going to get a better look from this free kick.
That looked like Baiera had handled the defensive effort from Atlanta United pretty well. He'd navigated his way through it and gone inside the 18.
Carrizo, near post, cleared. Yeah, NYC will definitely have some thoughts about that. Maybe a little too quick to bring that advantage back. But here come the Pigeons once again. Arellave out wide to the left. Cutting across, top of the 18. Riding off a challenge. Carrizo back to the left. Can NYC find the entry ball here? They can't so far. They have to work it back. Back across to Carrizo. Wanted to get on his left foot. Can't find the angle for the shot. He's well closed down. Bretus chasing. Back out wide. Still surveying options. Bretus with a big tackle. Telling you, the tackling from Aiden Torres and Julian Bretus. That is not a holding midfield you want to try to get through.
It's been fun to see the challenge of the left-hand side of the attack for NYC, and then how Atlanta United's responding with the right-hand side of their defense so far in the first 55 or so minutes.
More over to Chong Kui, but he doesn't connect with Kutsos. Here comes NYC again. It's been a great second half for NYC. Bretu steps into the passing lane to intercept. Chong Kui with a great ball out wide to the left to Rocket. Here comes Rita. Slips a pass through. Peacock wasn't able to get the turn that he wanted. Flag was up anyway. Thought Peacock had timed that run well.
I thought he had too. Campos was making a point to go to the AR, and it's like he was off. AR had the flag up and agreed. Subs for Atlanta United.
First changes of the day for Atlanta.
Looks like it's Rocket and Mason Peacock who are leaving.
So left wing and number 9, the forward are changing. Rocket's out. I believe Cooper Sanchez is coming in. So that's going to rearrange things a little bit. And Landon Zuniga is in on the left side. Cooper Sanchez will play in the midfield. Zuniga on the left. Gordon goes through the middle now. Kutsos over to the right. And Cooper's playing as the number 10 for Atlanta. Made his MLS Next Pro debut just after turning 15 years old this year. Cooper Sanchez had a couple of appearances for the Twos. Bassi on it for NYC. Wanted to spin back inside him more. Gets the shot off. Ransom able to control it with his boots and pick it up.
Fourth shot for NYC here in the first 12 minutes of the second half.
Rolls it out to Aiden Torres. Torres slips a pass through to Gordon. Gordon couldn't control that. He had Cooper Sanchez making the run down the left. Here comes NYC's. The game's starting to get stretched. Adrias moved over to the right side momentarily. Bretus. Zuniga. Bretus making the long run into the 18. Bretus near post over the bar. Goal kick for New York City. Just over 13 minutes into the second half. It's been mostly Pigeons in the second half. Campos, Suarez. Back inside to Campos. Good first time ball from Campos forward. Lopez. Nice build-up from NYC here to get it to Bassi. He's fouled. Aiden Torres. Don't mind that if you're Atlanta United, honestly, dealing with the big man Bassi. NYC through ball attempted for Bassi. Degny read it, blocked it. Koutsos trying to lead the break, tackled away from him.
I know we've said this a lot here in the first 55 minutes, but really impressed with Degny today.
It's been fun to see him and see this next generation of Atlanta United Academy players. This group, a lot of them played on the U16s that won the MLS Next Cup last season. Degny from the U15 group. Foul called, I think it was for the elbow that came flying out there a little bit. Free kick will be taken by NYC. They'll do it a second time. But Degny joining this group from the U15 team. He's 14 years old, youngest player on the pitch. It's been very impressive. He hasn't looked out of place at all. NYC working it down the left side. They've really focused on that side in the second half. One-two on the far side. Cooper Sanchez steps out to defend. Approaching into the attacking third once again. Cutting back across, flicked in. The 1-2's a good one. Stood up once again by Degny. Koutsos, Gordon, Torres. Heavy touch taken away from him. Zuniga chasing. Lopez back to Suarez, his goalkeeper. And a good ball through the middle. Big switch down the right side. Crossed shot, goal. NYC, goal, goal, goal. Well worked. Drew Baera across to Adam Bassi. But it was the big switch out of the midfield that opened everything up. I believe that might have been Arias who hit the big switch out of the middle third. Baera down the right. Low cross, put home by Bassi, and we're 1-1.
Well worked from one end to the other by NYCFC to get the equalizer there. And we've seen how in the first 16 minutes of the second half the game had gotten stretched, and you got to see the athleticism for NYC just capitalizing on it for the equalizer right there with Bassi to make it 1-1.
Really nice finish from Bassi. The ball from Baera. A lot of composure to play that one across the face of goal in that manner. But it was the ball that opened everything up, I believe, from Arias in the middle third. Atlanta working things down the right side. Through ball attempt for Zuniga. Doesn't find him. Cleared back out to Akintobi. Degny, Akintobi. Great turn from Ayo. Down the right side, Owen Koutsos. Campos will get to it first. Going to try to shield that out. He does. And NYC in control here in the second half as we're 17 minutes in. Rita's goal from the spot. Bassi's goal. We're 1-1. NYC on the ball, curling it back around top of their 18. It's back to Suarez. Johnny Shore playing kind of deep right now between the two center backs. Actually, it could have been Shore who hit that long diagonal to open things up. See the fluidity of NYC with somebody like Shore who was playing on the wing. Now he's playing as a 6. Good work from him. He gets it back from Adriave. Shore out wide to the right once again to Baera. Touch back to Carrizo. Chong Kui came through with a tackle. Caden Moore comes through. Foul called, I think, for the first one from Chong Kui. As Baera got hit a couple of times in that sequence, he's down.
Grabbing his left knee. And I think you're spot on. I think it was for that first contact.
Yeah, I think it was brought back. The advantage was played because it almost popped free for NYC. I think Baera got caught on the second attempt from Caden Moore. is up and all right. He's got the assist today for NYC. Carrizo, Baera. Back to Carrizo, NYC, playing with confidence right now. Lopez.
Baera asking for a little bit of recovery time. Doesn't look like he's going to get it.
Yeah, Carrizo wanted to give that back to him. Squared across. Left-footed shot saved by Ransom. Left-footed shot from the top of the 18 by Arroyave. Ransom makes the save. Atlanta building up down the left with Chongqui. 1-2 with Cooper Sanchez. Zuniga joins the party. Turns. Thought about the big switch, plays to Gordon instead. Heavy touch from Gordon, taken away from him by Arroyave. Arias down the left side, gets through Degny into the 18. Shot, goal, 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 NYC. And they go up 2-1. Great finish after riding off the first challenge. I think Degny got a boot to it.
He did.
But it just kept popping free. And it was Christopher Arias who had the goal. The 16-year-old moved across town, started with the Red Bulls Academy, now with NYC, and Arias coming in here in the second half has helped turn this game around for NYC. They're up 2-1.
Degny was there for the initial challenge. He was there, met it, but it was a collision of cleats and the ball pops up into the air. Chance is there for NYC, and they put it in the back of the net for 2-1.
Arias stayed with it. Didn't get bumped off balance. Was able to ride through that challenge of Ethan Degny, and in a well-placed shot to beat Ransom. 2-1 NYC. Buckle up, folks, with about 25 more minutes to go. This could be a very frantic finish. Ransom through the middle. NYC back on it once again. Torres knocks it down. Atlanta trying to build down the right with Owen Koutsos. Can he turn the corner? What a sliding challenge to take it back. Koutsos couldn't get around to make that happen. It's that man, Johnny Shore, once again. Saw him start on the wing, but now he's playing in that holding midfield role, and that was a perfectly timed challenge on Koutsos. Running down the line, intended for Gordon, knocked back out. Atlanta will try it again.
It's been interesting to see these two sides of Johnny Shore. The first that we saw in the first 45 with them up top, and playing now the deeper role here in the first 21 minutes of the second half.
Chongqui curls one in. Cooper Sanchez saved. Not sure if it's Campos or Suarez who gets a touch, maybe both. But Cooper Sanchez denied. Short corner to Zuniga. Tackled away. Atlanta will try it again. The ball from Dominic Chongqui into the run of Cooper Sanchez was brilliant, as was the save. Sanchez this time in swinger, whistle blown. Try that again. A little bit of pushing and shoving as players jockey for positioning. Midway through the second half, NYC has turned this game around. They conceded late in the first half. They've scored twice here. Bassi and Arias with the goals. And Atlanta trying to find an equalizer from the corner. Cooper Sanchez will deliver. Near post. Flicked up. Cleared. Atlanta throw, middle of the attacking half. Bretus. Back to Caden Moore. Over to Ransom. Ethan Degny. Up the line. Gordon cuts inside. Finds Cooper Sanchez. Sanchez slips one through. Flag is up as Koutsos puts it into the back of the net. That was very close.
But if you're a defender for NYC, you are going to encourage, with the closeness,
Oh, yeah, you're going to have no problem with that decision. And there was no hesitation from the AR on the far side. It went up immediately as that ball was played through.
Absolutely.
But it was very close. Good flurry from Atlanta, but they can't find an equalizer. And here comes New York City. Baera drops it back to Carrizo. Reset back to Lopez. Subs coming for Atlanta United on the next opportunity. Maximo Carrizo. Baera. It's back to Carrizo. Zuniga comes away with it. Torres. Forward to Cooper Sanchez. Nice turn from Cooper. Over to the right side. Owen Koutsos. Koutsos trying to turn. He's fouled.
Shore
commits the foul. He didn't agree with it. But it's a free kick for Atlanta. Attacking third down the right. They've got subs coming. One of the subs is Braden Dunham. Dunham captained the U16 team last year. It's a free kick on the right for Atlanta as the subs come into the fray now. It's Kalen Kalanji coming in as well. Number 27 in, Dunham in.
Chonqui's day is done.
See how Atlanta gets realigned, but they're going to try to find an equalizer here first. Cooper Sanchez to deliver into the 18. Still there, volley attempt from Dunham. That's blocked. Carrizo scrambles that one out for an Atlanta throw. Dunham almost gets a goal with his first touch. He's going to take this throw. Looks like a long one upcoming. Launched into the 18 from Dunham. Suarez able to find it on the second attempt. So it looks like Dunham will go to left back, replacing Chonqui. That's like for like. Kalanji as the number 9 now. Gordon on the right. Zuniga on the left. Kalanji almost forces the turnover. Popped forward. Here comes New York. Driving through the middle. Bretus with the tackle. It pops through to Bassi. Unable to get a clean look at goal, but he's going to get a corner out of it. There were some shouts about bringing that back for a free kick for NYC, but they ended up getting a shooting opportunity, so that seems to have been a good decision on the advantage. Bretus was a little late with the tackle.
Third corner of the half coming up for NYC, 6th of the match.
And it's Shore going across to take it. Jack of all trades for NYC. In-swinger from Shore. Bassi doesn't time it right. Able to pop back, and he had a good look that time. As the double move from Bassi created the space. But he was unable to time his leap. New York will make a substitution here. Looks like it's Alex Voss checking in. It is Voss who will be coming in for New York City. I believe he is replacing Baera. He's going to come off here on the near side. Had that couple of collisions, Baera, maybe feeling the effects of it. New York City reshuffling their back line. We'll get you caught up on that in just a second. Aiden Torres fighting through challenges. Curls one around. A lot of bend on that one to Dunham. Dunham up the line for Zuniga. Campos over to defend. Zuniga tries to cut back in. Good defending from Campos. Physical but no foul. cleared to Bretus. Degning. Akintobi. Into the 18, looking for Kalanji. A little overhit there from Io Akintobi. Suarez will gather it in. Just over 15 minutes to play here. New York City, 2 goals in the second half. They have the 2-1 lead. Suarez passes forward. It's intercepted by Bretus, but Atlanta couldn't keep it. Campos, Carrizo. Spins inside. Maxi on the dribble. Bretus tried to wait him out, but Carrizo finds the second ball. Something about Maxi, players named Maxi for NYC. Here comes New York City. It's back to Carrizo. Bumped off of it that time as Torres finally gets it off of Carrizo. Torres grabbed, foul called. Don't mind that one if you're NYC, and that's going to be a foul and possibly a yellow. No, it's going to be brought back.
Yeah. And the yellow.
And there's the yellow to Arias. Yeah, thought that yellow was coming. He knew. He knows what's happening there. Caden Moore. Over to Degning. Up the right side, Gordon. Overlap from Akintobi. He gets it. Cross. Almost ended up with a shot. Goal kick. And that's a cross from Akintobi that's mishit that Suarez had to scramble back to make sure wasn't going to beat him.
Didn't miss the near post by much. Missed it by about a foot.
Yeah, Io will tell you that he's going to goal there.
Absolutely.
If it ends up in the back
absolutely
of the net.
you are. You're sitting. Yeah, of course I was going for
Yeah, yeah. He was not going for goal, I don't think. Suarez with the goal kick. Through the middle over the head of Bassi. Moore will run it down and restart with Ransom. Tries to play it over to Dunham. That's out for a New York City throw. Good pressure there from Bassi. He didn't give up on it. As he chased in on Ransom, Ransom really didn't have time to get settled.
Let's go, Black. You can do it, Black.
14 minutes and stoppage time to go. 2-1 NYC. Bassi. Back to Campos, who's moved over to right back. Carrizo. Campos. Carrizo into the middle. Pressure from Zuniga. It's good pressure to take it away from Johnny Shore. Zuniga. Recovery from Shore is excellent to tackle it away from Landon Zuniga. Throw in, Dunham. Bretus. Bretus, big switch, slices away a little bit. Akintobi able to keep it. Gordon up the right side. Gordon driving into the 18. Ashton Gordon tries to pull that back, stood up. That might have been Becerra as the left back who made the play. Bassi fouled. Free kick NYC.
Bassi got bumped. Prudent thing to do was to go ahead and go down, get the whistle. 5th foul of the half for Atlanta United, 11th overall.
So Lopez and Voss are the 2 center backs for NYC, with Campos over at right back now. NYC down the left side. Trying to find an angle here. Akintobi defending. Knocked away. Corner. Akintobi has to concede the corner on that challenge. New York City's had a couple of looks at this from corner kicks in the second half. Shore will take it.
4th and 33 minutes so far here in the second half for NYC.
In-swinger from Shore. Near post, headed away. Kalen Kalanji makes the play on the near post defensively. Gordon releases Cooper Sanchez with the pass. Has the overlap on the right from Zuniga. Landon Zuniga, top of the 18. Suarez gets a touch to it, makes the save. Zuniga couldn't run down that deflection. It's going to be an Atlanta corner. But 1v1, Anthony Suarez keeps it 2-1 NYC.
Suarez charges out, closes down the distance, and any kind of a thought that could be had there for Zuniga. Got big, got in the way, but it ends up as a corner here for Atlanta United.
Sanchez to deliver from the corner. Headed on right at Suarez. Caden Moore got his head to it. Suarez was very happy to find that. Bretu steps up with the interception. Drives into the attacking third. Corner upcoming for Atlanta. What a read from Julian Bretu.
Much like in the first half, we saw with NYC. NYC had the majority of the play in their attacking half. Atlanta United comes back, evens it out. You're seeing that here again in the second half. NYC had a lot of the activity in their attacking half. Here comes Atlanta United now with 11 minutes to go.
Strong start to the second half for NYC. They've got the 2-1 lead. Can Atlanta finish strong? In-swinger from the far side. Gordon will deliver. Bretus goes over to talk to Steve Covino here. See if Atlanta gets another extra number forward if they can. Gordon headed away at the near post by Bassi. Gordon will run it down and save it. Deflected. Still there for Atlanta. Moore. Sanchez flicks this one into the 18. Campos wins the header. Degny steps up to win it. Degny pops it forward to himself. Still charging forward, but Suarez puts a stop to that. Degny just kept going, and it kept popping forward. But he couldn't get the shot off before Suarez came lunging out to claim it.
Big fella was looking at that goal, looking at the equalizer for Atlanta United.
New York City trying to turn up the left flank. Multiple wrestling matches. Pretty evenly matched, so they just continue to play. Voss on it for New York City. Back to Suarez. He clears into the middle. Dunham brings it down. Dunham skips past to tackle. Braden Dunham leading the way for Atlanta. Tackled off the ball, fouled. Shore got there, got too much of Dunham. Got a little bit of the ball, but I think he went through the leg to get to it.
I think you're spot on.
So this is a very dangerous free kick for Atlanta United. Braden Dunham has made an impact since coming into this one. Cooper Sanchez standing over it. Dunham there, Akintobi there. Wall's got to move back a few steps.
You got to figure out also how to get it either around or over Bassi.
Yeah, but this is in the range that you like. It's just over 22 yards out, so you've got the distance here that you want. You can go over the wall and under the crossbar. New York City, the wall is much higher on their left side. Akintobi tries to go around that. It's blocked. Back post. Great ball from Akintobi to Gordon. Back to Sanchez. Cross claimed by Suarez. Right in front of Caden Moore. That second ball from Akintobi, bending it around into Gordon. Brilliant. But Atlanta can't find the equalizer. 37.5 minutes played here in the second half. Ransom blasts this down the right. Gordon going to try to run it down. He does. Couldn't turn the corner, though. Got to it first, trying to get that extra touch to turn the corner. It's going to be a throw, but NYC going to make subs first.
Wind kind of helped out a little bit for Ashton Gordon to track it down. Couldn't quite complete it all the way through. It would have to be Evan Lim and Noah Hammerschmidt, yeah?
Yeah, that's who we have coming in here for NYC. Hammerschmidt, number 14. And Lim, number 10. see how Jesus Jimenez reshuffles the deck here for NYC. Last subs for them. Atlanta taking the opportunity to reshuffle things as well. NYC player down. Both teams kind of resetting for the final flurry. 6 minutes of regulation to go. There will be some stoppage time. Gotten a little bit closer to midday. The temperatures picked up a bit here in Marietta as well.
Start of the second half, I swear it jumped up about 10 degrees.
It was Arroyave who was down. He'll be subbed out here. And Becerra is the other sub. So Lim and Hammerschmidt in, Arroyave and Becerra out. It looks like Hammerschmidt will move into that left back role that's now vacated by Becerra. He's got the ball in his hands to throw this in. NYC clears. They've got the 2-1 lead. Degny pops it forward. Torres steals it. Gordon on it. Gordon takes off down the right. Foul called on the tackle. Quickly taken. Sanchez. Dunham. Braden Dunham. Good cross in. Volleyed away. Dunham steps forward to try to win it back. Couldn't turn it. It's out off of him for a throw. That was a dangerous cross from Dunham that Lopez was able to volley away.
And on the return, it hit Dunham in the head and then off the shoulder. He couldn't control it, thus the throw for NYC.
Yeah, he wanted to turn and keep that going, but he couldn't control that. Dunham wins it back, though. Degny. Bretus. Takes a touch wide to find some space. Has Ashton Gordon. Those two have played together for a long time here in the Atlanta United Academy. Inside to Torres. Back to Gordon. Back to Bretus. Torres. Tackled away by Hammerschmidt. Cleared only as far as Bretus. That's Caden Moore. Atlanta pinning NYC in. Moore opens it up to the left. Dunham. Dunham looking for another big cross with the left foot. That's blocked. Otterius comes over to make the block. Atlanta throw. Dunham's got the long throw, so he can launch this into the 18. Three and a half to go in regulation. Dunham gets this all the way into the near post, headed away. Gordon with the volley pulls it wide. Goal kick, New York City.
Caden Moore positioned at the top of the six to be a part of the tall targets for Atlanta United. Couldn't quite get that done. Shot was wide. 7th of the second 45 for Atlanta United.
Suarez picked out Lim off the goal kick. Lim on it. Drops it back. Kalanchi chasing. Lim turns. Carrizo. Carrizo's been brilliant for New York City all day. Campos. Pop forward, intercepted by Moore. Good ball from Moore to find Torres. Now Cooper Sanchez. Campos coming across. Sanchez finds the pass to Gordon. Left-footed shot saved by Suarez. Suarez was well off his line. I think Gordon was trying to float that over his head, but Suarez, the big wingspan, able to make the catch.
You can tell he took a little bit off of it trying to float it past, but Suarez on line to keep it at 2-1.
Jeffrey Lopez for New York City. 2 minutes of regulation left. It's Campos off of Zuniga. Atlanta thought it had already gone out, and now they do get that. The lobbying effort works. Maybe some debate classes paying off. Dunham Zuniga tackled away by Adres. Cleared. Bassi settles it, turns. Good feet from the big man Bassi. Akintobi comes across, knocks it back to Adrius. Adrius with the left foot loads up. One hopper, saved by Ransom. Maybe a few minutes of stoppage time, but not much. Atlanta's down to their final 90 seconds or so. Zuniga bumped from behind by Campos. He gets the call. It's a late whistle, but he gets it. Campos not a fan of that one.
Zuniga down, put his hand in the air, got the call.
Bretus all the way over to the right to Gordon. Range of passing from Julian Bretus has been impressive today. Gordon. Back to Bretus. Up the right side, Akintobi. Blocked, throw Atlanta. Dunham's going to go all the way over to take it. This will get launched into the 18 with 30 seconds of regulation to go.
Hammerschmidt there to defend for NYC. Just punches it away. Let's see the distance that we get here off of this throw on the far side.
Definitely get to the near post, possibly the middle of the goal. Braden Dunham to deliver for Atlanta United. Near post this time, headed right back where it came from. Dunham will settle it. Wants to get it back on the left foot. He does. Cleared by Bassi. Dunham will get another throw. We're into stoppage time now. Throws it short to Bretus. Bretus over to Caden Moore. Moore takes a touch forward, out wide to Zuniga. Zuniga driving into the 18. Cross top of the 18. Gordon trying to get through traffic. Tripped up. Not going to get that one. Not going to get that one. Don't think there was enough contact. If there was, and it's going to be a goal kick. Not much of a complaint either.
No, Gordon had the first touch, had enough to try to get a second touch, but trying to work his way through all of the traffic from NYC. Went down from contact, didn't get the call, and we end up with Suarez with the goal kick here in the plus.
Not sure how much stoppage time we'll get. Suarez doesn't want to play any of the stoppage time if he can help it. He's going to get a yellow card. That's one for a goalkeeper that he'll get dapped up for wasting that time.
Head coach Steve Covino in the ear of the center ref on that.
Suarez to Campos. Passes forward to Carrizo. Slips a pass through. Bretus and Degny there to defend. Carrizo, though, somehow recovers it. Trying to dribble past Caden Moore. He does. Carrizo 1v1 with Moore. Takes it back to the right. Aiden Torres joins in to help defend Carrizo. Commits the foul on the tackle. Just trying to get the ball back however you can. It's a yellow card to Aiden Torres, but Maxi Carrizo trying to run the clock out on the dribble. Carrizo one to watch. He's on a homegrown deal for New York City. He spent some time in youth national team camps with the U.S. and with Argentina.
It'll be an interesting international battle over time.
For sure. Lopez with the big switch. Brought down on the far side. Multiple step overs. Into the 18. Out to the top of the 18 and back. Finding Carrizo. Pass through. Knocked down by Degny. One back by NYC. Not much time left. Pigeon shoot wide. Goal kick for Atlanta, and they got to go here quick. Referee taking a look at the watch. Not going to blow the whistle yet. Ransom with the goal kick. Got to go long. Into the attacking half. Looking for Kalanji. Campos with a little bit of the push in the back. Header off of him. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta. Dunham. Drops it back. Moore. Got to open it up here. Degny. All the way over to the right to Ashton Gordon. Gordon driving forward on the dribble. Takes a touch to the left. Tackled away. Bretus will reclaim it for Atlanta. Can he turn the corner? Yes, he can. Julian Bretus puts in a cross. Over the head of Kalanji. Campos comes flying through the air to get a touch. Brought down by Zuniga. Tackled away once again. And it's out to Carrizo. Just slips a pass through. Tackled by Degny. It's a good one away from Arias. Dunham with the cross. Back post. Good look from Dunham. Gordon can't keep it in front of him, but he finds it the second time. He's knocked over. It's on the end line. Cross from Akintobi. Cleared away to Gordon. Gordon wants to load up the left foot. Lays it off instead. Zuniga, edge of the 18. Landon Zuniga. Stood up by Campos. Slips it back across, but it went over the end line first. Great 1v1 defending from Adonis Campos. Denied Zuniga. It's a goal kick for NYC, and that might do it. Referee signaled towards the NYC bench. I'm not sure how much time left. Maybe 2 more? Oh, we might be at the end of it.
Looked like he held up 2 fingers, if not 3.
Bretus wins it back. Maybe a little more time for Atlanta than we thought. Bretus. Gordon lets it ride. Akintobi crosses in. It's in front of Sanchez. Cleared away. Carrizo doesn't want to run with it this time. Just slams it forward. Degny. Back to Ransom. Jonathan Ransom going to have to send this one long. Drives it forward. Kalanji there, but Suarez makes the catch. He's on a yellow. He can't take all day with it, so he rolls it out quickly to Lopez. Lopez bends it around to Campos. Campos passes forward. Lim. Carrizo. Rides off a challenge from Moore. Torres comes back to reclaim it for Atlanta. Lim with a great tackle. It did come off his hand, but he was on the ground. Carrizo skips past Dunham. Slips a pass through into the middle. It's back intended for Carrizo, but Degny reclaims it. Gordon. No idea how much time we have left. Can't be much. Gordon over to the left to Zuniga. Landon Zuniga tries to drive one through. It takes a deflection, so Atlanta's going to get a corner. This might be the last play of the game. Everybody's going up. Ransom wants to go. Here he comes.
Yep.
Everybody will be in the 18 for this one. Cooper Sanchez will deliver. Can Atlanta find a late equalizer? Sanchez. Near post, headed away. Ransom in a foot race. Good wheels on Jonathan Ransom. He's able to clear that, and that will do it as New York City, 2 goals early in the second half. They take the 2-1 win over Atlanta United's U17s today.
Rocket Rita had a PK that gave Atlanta United a 1-0 lead after 40 minutes, 1-0 at the intermission, and then Bassi scores on great 1-2 work inside the 18 in the 56th to tie it at 1. Arias, second half substitute, came in 8 minutes later for the 2-1 advantage for NYC. Late flurry by Atlanta United trying to chase after the equalizer. But your final score, Pigeons 2, Atlanta United 1.
Quick final unofficial stats from John Nelson.
It is shots on target, 8 in the second half for Atlanta United, 13 overall. On target, 9 in the overall for Atlanta United. For NYC, 15 shots, and there were 9 of them on target. Fouls on the day, 6 in each half for Atlanta United, 12 overall. Only 2 fouls in the second half for NYC, 8 overall there. Corners, it was 8 for Atlanta United. It was 7 for NYC, handful of offsides on the day.
Thanks for hanging out with us for some Sunday morning Academy Soccer. MLS next between Atlanta United and NYC FC. Thanks to the Southland Sports TV crew led by Patrick Glory. Thanks to Matt Moore and everybody with Atlanta United. Hopefully we'll be doing this again very, very soon because these games are a lot of fun to see the next generation of Five Stripes and of Pigeons if you're an NYC fan. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Signing off from Marietta for John Nelson, I'm Jason Longshore. Adios, everybody.